This is Wallet Brief, where we break down what actually moved the U.S. economy this week, without the noise. If prices, interest rates, jobs, housing, or taxes are quietly changing your money, this is where you stay informed. Let's get into what really happened this week, and what it means for your wallet. Over the past several weeks, the U.S. tax season has been building toward its busiest phase. Early filers submitted returns in February, while many households waited for complete documentation before filing. As a result, activity typically accelerates through March as more taxpayers prepare ahead of the deadline. In prior weeks, IRS processing remained relatively steady, with electronic filing continuing to dominate and refunds generally arriving within expected timeframes for most taxpayers. However, as filing volumes increase, processing systems are often tested by the surge in submissions. This week marked a clear increase in tax filing activity across the country. Tax professionals and digital filing platforms reported a noticeable rise in last-minute preparation, as households work to finalize returns before the deadline approaches. At the same time, IRS processing continues to operate at a stable pace, though experts note that higher volumes can lead to slight variations in refund timing. Returns that include additional tax credits, multiple income sources, or identity verification checks may take longer to process. Looking at the broader trend, the tax system is moving into its peak phase. The signal remains stable but more sensitive to volume. Electronic filing continues to provide the fastest path for processing, while paper filings may face longer delays as workloads increase. For households, this period can have a direct impact on cash flow. Tax refunds often represent a significant financial moment, with many families using them to pay down debt, cover essential expenses, or build savings. At the same time, those who owe taxes may be preparing for outgoing payments, which can affect short-term budgeting. This makes planning especially important during the final weeks of the tax season. As a subtle cultural signal of this seasonal shift, even widely recognized public figures often appear in financial campaigns or awareness messages during tax season, reflecting how central this period is to household finances across the country. Looking ahead to next week, key signals to watch include updated IRS processing data, refund timing trends, and reminders related to the filing deadline. Tax professionals will also be monitoring any operational updates that could affect late filers. For those who haven't filed yet, the coming days are typically the most active period of the entire tax season. That's your wallet brief for this week. These changes don't always make headlines, but they do change how much you pay, save, and earn. We'll be back next week with the updates that matter. Until then, stay informed, and protect your wallet.